What in the world, Bo? It's your boy Big Low Kuntry. Y'all already know what time it is, man. I just want to chop it up with y'all for a little bit. Want to let y'all know what I seen at Atlanta Falcons training camp. I hope y'all doing pretty good today. Today was the first day we got a chance to kind of go out and actually put some eyes on this new Atlanta Falcons team myself. So, like I said, I hope y'all doing good on this Saturday afternoon. I'm pretty sure y'all might be out, going out partying and everything. On a Saturday, you ain't got to work or nothing. But, me and Coach Ronnie, we actually came out to Flowery Branch. And if you see the background's a little different here, I'm at the motel room. I'm at the hotel room. We just came out to see what was going on and, just feel everything out. I wanted to see what differences they were between, the old regime and this new regime. I want to see it myself. I just want to see what we got going on. First of all, I want to shout out to everybody. What's going on, Will? Amy, hope you're doing good today, Bo. We just chilling out. Came back and cooled off a little bit, Bo, because, it was hot as a camel hump in Florida out there. All right, so, Joe, what in the world, Bo? Leo, what's going on with you, man? Cheers to you, Bubba Gump. Definitely. So, look, Five-Star Falcon, he said he wanted to know how it was. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you. Whenever I got there almost right around 9 o'clock. And whenever I got there, the offense was running laps. I said to somebody like, why is the offense running laps? They should have been warmed up by now. It was a false start on the offense. They were going through skeletons. It was a false start on the offense. Whole offense ran laps. I said, okay. All right, Bo. All right. Okay, that's what I'm talking about, Coach. I don't know if y'all seen the video that I put up where Arthur Blank and Terry Fontenot, they addressed the fans. I liked it, pretty good. You know what I'm saying? And I think it was a very classy move. But I'm going to tell you something. Another thing that I noticed that was different from the previous regime is that the music wasn't blaringly loud. So if y'all have ever been to training camp or heard any of the practices, it's always, Dan Quinn always had trap music playing over the sound, over the PA system. That wasn't the case. Now it's one of those situations where, okay, you're going to have music, but the music's not the star of the show. And I'm going to tell you something. I kept hearing over and over again, at least 10 times. I heard, finish. I kept hearing it. Finish the drill. Coach was yelling at him. Y'all heard in the video, he was losing his voice. We only at day 3 of training camp. What in the world, boy? What's going on, Coach Dre Murphy, Gary Stafford? Man, of course. I had to go represent the coaching staff and see what we had going on, man. I had to go represent y'all. And I had to come back and give y'all my report on what I seen, what was going on. What's going on, Cartier Walker, Cartier Franks? What's going on, Bo? What's going on? But that was another huge difference that I seen in this regime opposed to the other regime, because it's one of those cases, guys. If we think about it, Dan Quinn, he wanted to be the rock star. He wanted to be the guy that came in and all the time have the loud music, be listening to 2 Chainz, everybody be dancing. Huh? Oh, what in the world? Look, y'all make sure that y'all do a country boy a favor. If y'all coming on to chill out with us, if you're excited about training camp, make sure that you hit that like button. Y'all see what Coach Ronnie put in there? Raven Elder said, what in the world, Bo? What's going on, fam? What's going on? But I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all, at camp, there was a fan favorite. We have a fan favorite already, guys. I'm going to go ahead and let you know. Felipe Franks was the fan favorite. People love Felipe. People love Phil Franks. Falcons fans love Phil Franks. That you know what? That might be his nickname. FF. I don't know. I don't know. I want to do Ladies Love Cool J. Falcons fans love Franks. FFLF. Falcons fans love Franks. Look, whenever I was watching him, he had a lot of zing on his passes. I'm going to tell y'all, a lot of zing on his passes. The first few passes that he threw some really good passes. I'm going to be completely honest. Him and Russell Gage had a very, very good chemistry. Now, close to the end of practice, I don't know if he was getting tired or what, but it was one of those situations where those passes, they weren't as accurate as they was to begin with. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. They weren't as accurate as they was to begin with, Bo. But, I mean, with that being said, man, look, y'all know my relationship with Phil Franks. I ain't got to tell y'all. I ain't got to tell y'all what my relationship is with Phil Franks. You got to show me, Bo. You got to show me the baby. And this preseason is the preseason that I'm probably the most excited about ever. More excited than when Matt Ryan came in. Man, maybe even more excited whenever Michael Vick came in, because we all want to see what Michael Vick was doing. I mean, what he could do and everything. And whenever he actually did come in during the regular season, I mean, he lived up to it. But there's so many different players, and we're looking for this full culture change. I mean, the Javion Hawkins. Y'all know how I feel about Javion Hawkins. The Javion Hawkins, Phil Franks, Felipe for everybody else. Phil Franks, Jacob Tatui Mariner. He was lined up as an outside linebacker. He got his hand on the pass on a slant route that was coming across the middle. I said, "Oh, all right, Tatui Mariner, you trying to play some ball, Bo?" You know, Debo tipped a couple of passes. Michael Walker got an interception in one-on-one coverage. I apologize, on a one-on-one drill. And if it was in an actual game, he would have took that back to the crib. And the thing is, everybody's talking about Michael Walker gaining this weight. He look like he ain't lost a step, Bo. He ain't lost a step. Man, Cartier says, I can't wait for training camp. Man, what in the world? You didn't watch UFC if you ready for some fights, Bo. I'm just oh man, touring the AFC South, he says the one thing that you'll enjoy about Arthur Smith is he sets favorable matches with motions and plays. And you know what? As a matter of fact, I was chilling out with my homeboy Kevin from the Falcoholic. He was there, and we were actually watching camp together. Shouts out to Kevin from the Falcoholic. Good dude, man. And look, he pointed this out to me. Almost every play, it was a situation where somebody was going in motion. Most of the time, and I don't want to get y'all too excited. Y'all don't, because I don't want y'all to get naked. I don't know if y'all watching this in Target or Walmart or somewhere, and I don't want y'all to get in trouble for, indecent exposure. But almost every time, it was the tight end that was going in motion. Kyle Pitts was going in motion, and Kyle Pitts got a lot of targets, especially on the 11-on-11 drills. He got a lot of targets, and it wasn't because they were forcing the ball to him. It was because he was legitimately open, and he was in a situation where he could catch the ball and make a play up the field, and I loved it. Definitely, man, definitely. John Thompson. John Thompson says like a breath of fresh air. Much love to you, John. I think this is my first time seeing you in here, Bo. Y'all make sure that y'all welcome John to the stream, man. Thank you so much for chilling out with old country boy. Oh, man. Also, my homeboy, Grand Dodger, good morning, Coach. West Coast waking up here. Well, good morning to you too, family. Good morning to you too. But yeah, man, yeah. The whole feel of the practice was completely different. Like I said, in the past, also, another thing that I noticed was different in this practice. I apologize if it's one of those cases where I'm sounding all kind of bubbly and unnecessarily excited. Y'all already know I come with a certain energy. But another thing that I noticed in this particular one was there were less one-on-one runs, and there were a lot of 7-on-7 and 11-on-11 drills, even though they didn't have on full pads. So they was running around in shells, but even though they didn't have on full pads, they still did 11. They did a lot of 11-on-11 drills, a lot of them. And look, me and Kevin, we were talking about that as well, because it's one of those cases where if we're going to implement a new system and a new way of doing things, it's one of those cases, guys, where everybody needs to fill everybody else out. Because at the end of the day, it ain't finna be one-on-one on Sundays. It's going to be 11 on 11. So everybody needs to know where everybody else is going to be at on the field, and we can fill things out together. To be completely honest with you, because it's one of those cases whenever I coach football, it's like, the one-on-ones, like we would save those for the end of practice because that's where we see, okay, well, let's see who's really been working on their game. Let's say the one-on-ones for the end of practice. Somebody get a good one-on-one, we'll go ahead and shut practice down. Dan Quinn, what he always did was he always saved the 11 on 11s for the end of practices, especially at training camp. Every time I went to training camp when Dan Quinn was the coach, he always ran a little scrimmage, 11 on 11, and that was at the end of the practice. And, like, no, I don't want to see. I want to see how everybody's meshing well together, to be completely honest with you. I want to see it, man. I want to see it. Definitely. Now, look, like I said earlier, if it's one of those cases, if y'all are excited about Falcons football coming back, if y'all excited about football in general coming back, y'all do a country boy a favor. Make sure that you hit that like button, Bo. Make sure that you hit that like button. I definitely appreciate it. If you hit that like button, and if you're new and you subscribe, I promise you, I'll come and do the hustle at your wedding one day. Oh man. But yeah, man. Yeah, I'm definitely excited. Definitely. Ray Station. What's going on, Ray Station? Oh, Ronnie from Twitter. Much love to you, Bo. Thank you so much for chilling out with us today, man. I just got back from training camp. Of course, Big Boy had to go get him something to eat. Well, I ain't gonna lie to you. A big boy had to get him something to eat first. I had to get something to eat and cool off. But look, as soon as I got a chance, I was like, I need to come on, chop it up with the coaching staff to let y'all know what I seen, because I had to go and represent y'all, man. I don't know if y'all seen the video that I put up. Archie Smith, Terry Fontenot, they addressed the fans, said, look, we back. We come to do something special this year, and we need the fans to represent us to the best of their ability. And I'm like, hey, it's pretty cool. It was a different kind of atmosphere today, because normally whenever you go, especially like the last few years, we've been having all these high expectations. Well, this year it's like everybody's kind of like, let me wait and see what's going on. And but even though everybody's on the wait and see kind of mode, it's still one of those cases where people are just like, well, look, man, I'm still ready. I'm still ready to go. I'm still locked and loaded. Like, let me see what we got going on. Definitely. Ray Stacy said he appreciate it. Well, I appreciate you, Bo. Everybody, y'all make sure y'all welcome Ray Station to the stream, man. Much love to you, Bo. Much love to you. Oh, wait a minute. Touring AFC South. This is Mike Patton chilling out with us from Twitter. Much love to you, Mike. Much love to you, Bo. I appreciate y'all for coming on. So look, everybody that subscribes to the channel, they pretty much join the coaching staff, right? And basically what we do is we sit around and we just talk about sports. I'm a former football coach, and we actually get everyone's opinion. We take a few votes and everything like that, and then we just kind of chop it up and kind of see what each other is thinking. And if it's one of those situations where we have a difference of opinion, it's all love, because we always come to each other in a respectful way, and moving forward, both sides learn from the situation, man. So it's a beautiful thing. Yeah, definitely. Welcome, Ray Station. Welcome. Definitely. But one thing that me and Kevin and a few other Falcons fans, we were talking about at training camp today. We were talking about how those Saints they looking kind of rough over there, Bo. Saints looking like old hit dog over there. Saints looking like a hit dog that ain't hollering. Oh man, we were just talking about the NFC South, and it was one of those situations where it was like, well, hey man, we gotta show some respect to the Bucs, because the Bucs are the Super Bowl champions, right? We don't know what the Panthers gonna be capable of. Sam Darnold, he could be here or he could be here. Then the Saints, they ain't doing nothing. The Saints looking like a hit dog that ain't hollering. But much love to all my Saints folks, man. Much love to all my Saints folks. Ray Stacy said, Saints, they down bad, bro. It's hard times. I got Molly here. Molly said, Big Low, you tell the lies now. Don't be like that, Molly. Look, this ain't no Big Low hater alert. What's going on, Jamar, man? Cardier said that he's a Tampa Bay fan. He said that they're going back to back. We're gonna see. We're gonna see if y'all can pull a Drake and go back to back. I'm gonna say something though now. Tom Brady, look, for everybody out there that's getting up in age, it's one of those situations where you're able to do what you can do till you can't do it no more. You know what I'm saying? Now, Tom Brady, he showed some aggression. And we know with quarterbacks, it's one of those situations where, you can throw that thing and you can keep throwing that thing, but one day you fall off the hill. Ask Peyton Manning. Because it happened like that. It happened like that. It so quick, it happened where Peyton Manning wasn't Peyton Manning anymore. He was, a guy who was just smart, who could kind of throw the ball a little bit. But, back in the day, Peyton Manning, he's slinging everywhere. You know what I'm saying? CT Hill, what's going on, man? Hope you're doing good today, bro. CT and Jamar Williams. Hey, man, I just wanted to come on and talk to y'all about Falcons training camp and the things that I seen. Felipe Franks, Phil Franks. I don't know why I call that man Felipe. His name is Phil. Well, his name is Felipe, but my nickname for him is Phil. He actually looked pretty good. And y'all know how I felt about Phil Franks to begin with. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those cases where, he made some really good throws. We knew that he had an arm. We knew that he could throw it hard. But the question is, can it be one of those situations where he could throw it accurately on time where he needs to throw it to? Now, after I came out and said, my ills about Phil Franks, it's one of those cases where a lot of people hit me up and say, hey, coach, it was the coaching in Florida. The coaches in Florida, they were inept. So we can't really blame Phil Franks for that. I said, okay, that's cool. That's cool. I went, did my research. I said, okay, he looks like he could be legit. So, moving forward, we're going to see what we got with Phil Franks. But I'm going to tell you something. Just from what I see today, and like I said, the sad thing is that they weren't in pads, so we couldn't see exactly what everybody is capable of. But from what I seen today, Phil Franks is better than AJ McCarron. From what I seen today, AJ McCarron has some bad passes. So, in my opinion, Phil Franks is number 2 on the Atlanta Falcons depth chart, and I seen him working with the second team. He got the second team reps a lot today. So, it's one of those cases we're gonna kind of see what we got going on. Iron Mike, what's going on with you, Bo? Hope you're doing good today, fam. Hope you're doing good today. Now, for everybody out there that's seen my film study on Javion Hawkins, a lot of the big plays that he had, it was basically runs where he cuts back across the field behind the line of scrimmage. Yeah. Most of the time it was runs where he cut back across the line of scrimmage across the field behind the line of scrimmage. Thank you so much, baby. And it was one of those cases where he did that today. He did it today, and boy, that speed was in full effect. I'm going to tell you something. Quadri Alderson, he actually surprised me. Because he looked fast. It was one of those cases where he picked him up and put him down pretty good. I didn't think that he had that kind of wiggle in his hips. There were a lot of big plays. One thing that I was disappointed in, and this happens a lot with wide receivers, especially new wide receivers that come to the NFL. Sometimes their mind gets into it a little bit too much. And for me and Coach Ronan, we can attest because we went to the first training camp that Julio Jones was at, and Julio was dropping everything. And Frank Darby was dropping everything. I think he had like 3 or 4 drops today. But, just running his routes and everything, they were sharp. He was looking good. Frank Darby was looking good. But besides, Calvin Ridley, who looked even better than he did last year, I'm going to tell y'all something. Tajay Sharp is your third down guy. I don't know if y'all know this. I don't know if y'all know this, but Tajay Sharp is your third down guy. That's all ice right up, baby.
This is ice?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tajay Sharp, that's your third down guy right there. Like he's going to be the guy he's going to be a lot like your Muhammad Sanu, to be completely honest with you. Depending on how well he could work in the slot, I know that Gage, he's going to be a big slot guy as well. But Tajay Sharp, he was looking good. Ray Station says, I've been telling people on Twitter for the longest, Phil has the potential to be coach and to be in Matt's predecessor. I can see it. Because it's one of those cases where, like I said, he has the arm talent. Like, I seen him make every throw. Today. And he threw a beautiful corner route. They were doing like the one-on-one corner routes. Okay, babe. All right. Oh, yeah. You can go and get me a Pepsi, too. Are you down there? Yeah. Pepsi better than Coke. Anyway, but yeah, he threw a corner route on in a one-on-one drill. It was perfect. He also threw every route, inside, outside, button routes, slants, comebacks, everything that you could think of. He threw it. Anthony Jones, what's going on with you, man? Marley Ball said the Falcons secondary about to get lit up like a Christmas tree. Man, the only thing that's finna get lit up like a Christmas tree is the interception total for Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston's interception number is going to be high enough where he could get a second mortgage. I'm just going to go ahead and put that out to you. Oh, man. Cardi says, Aints will be 2-5 when Slad Thomas comes back in week 8. We're going to see, man. I'm going to go ahead and put it to y'all like this right here. I can see the Saints with a top 10 pick next year. I could definitely see it. They just lost so many pieces, but they still have Sean Payton. Sean Payton's a genius. He's a genius. But another thing that I wanted to let y'all know, and this is for everybody that's just coming on with us, and like I said, make sure that you do a country boy a favor and hit that like button down there. If you hit that like button for me, I promise you, I come and walk it out at your wedding one day. But yeah, for everybody that wasn't on here at the beginning of the show, whenever I got there, they were running laps. The offense was running laps. Everybody. Quarterbacks, running backs, offensive linemen, tight ends, everybody was running laps. And it was because somebody jumped off sides. Marlon Davidson, I seen him. He went around. He looks like he made about 3 or 4 trips around. I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what happened. But Marlon Davidson ran laps at least 3 or 4 times. I don't know if they're trying to make sure that he's in shape or he ain't performing the way that he should be performing. But I just didn't see that last year or the years before. I just hadn't seen that in a while. Definitely, man. Definitely. Hold on one second. But yeah. So I mean, with that being said, it's like I see a different sense of urgency. I see something different in this team and just the organization in general. It's like before, if you went to training camp, it felt like a party. I mean, to be completely honest with you, it felt like a party. It was one of those cases where, the music's loud and blaring. It felt like Magic City. I just being completely honest with you. I didn't know if I was at Magic City or if I was at Strokers on a Friday night, but I'm sitting here like, man, this music loud. And why in the world is Bands That Make a Dance playing so loud right now? How do people get coached? People can't get coached. But like I said, sitting on the hill today, I can hear the coaches clearly. I heard all kind of people say finish the drill and a whole bunch of random expletives. I heard it all today, Bo. I just let you know. I'll just let you know. So I guess my first question to everybody is that with this change in culture, because I just want to see if this change in culture was real, which is why I really wanted to go. I really wasn't even focusing on the X's and O's like I normally do. With this change in culture, is it one of those situations where do you think this change in culture is going to make a difference in how this team played last year opposed to how they played this year? If you think it will make a difference, put a 1 in the comment. If you think it's one of those cases where it won't make a difference, put a 2 in the comment. I just want to see what y'all thinking, see what y'all feel. Bubba Gump, what's going on with you, Bo? Bubba Gump said 2020 vision, not Mr. Crabbley. Getting benched during the bye week. Man, Chef No, he said, what it do, big dog? And good afternoon to you too, man. Hope you're doing good today, brother. Hope you're doing good. Much love to you, man. Much love to you. Blitz, he asked about Fabian. Man, Fabian, he actually came in. He looked pretty good as well. You know, I seen him. He did get beat a little bit inside a couple of times, but like we said, this is a no pad kind of situation. You can only do so much, but I didn't realize how athletic he was. Fabian's a very, very athletic talent. Much love to Fabian, definitely. So let me see what everybody's saying here. Meditate Sync. I think this is my first time seeing you on the channel as well. Much love to you. Thank you so much for chilling out with us. Said 1. ISO Joe said 1. Ray Station said 1. Antoine Wartime TV says 1. Bubba looks like everybody's saying 1. Ray Station says, I think the inability to finish games will finally be long. Man, I'm hoping that that's the case, bro. I'm definitely hoping that that's the case. Molly Mall hater alert. Putting a 3. Y'all put a 3. What in the world, bro? Oh, man. Iron Mike, he says 1. Definitely, man. Definitely. Yeah, I think I agree. And that point that Ray Station made, what's going on, Gap boy? Yeah, I definitely agree, man. I think it's one of those cases where that discipline that he's instilling now is gonna be one of those things where it's gonna help take you to the next level. Because in the NFL, most games are close, right? You know, very seldom does somebody get blown out. If someone wins by more than 10 points, you know, that's a little surprising. So with that being said, we don't want to keep making those mistakes at the end of games, because whenever you do, that's how you lose games. And we've seen that over and over and over again. And it's like I said, I used to coach. You don't want your players to be scared of you, but you want your players to have a healthy respect of you. And I feel like that's what Arthur Smith is cultivating right now. That's what he's cultivating right now, because it's like while I was watching him, I didn't see anybody like playing and, you know what I'm saying, people having side conversations, you know, because like I said, whenever I coach, it was one of those cases where like, nah, we ain't having no side conversations. No, if we finna talk, I mean, if we finna play ball, we finna play ball. Y'all can talk later on. Y'all can talk after practice. But we out here on the field right now. Thanks so much, baby. I appreciate it.
Water? I'm sorry.
I'll take water in a minute.
No, you're not.
What the hell? Somebody asked me earlier, they said, hey, Big Low, where the Freddy's burger at? Definitely, man. Definitely. I appreciate it, Antoine Wartime. Y'all make sure that y'all hit that like button for a country boy, man. Nathan, what in the world, bro? Nathan said, what are we talking about but 1? So basically what I was saying was, is it one of those cases where this new culture that Arthur Smith is instilling in this team, is it going to translate to the actual games? Because as a coach, you don't want to be in a situation where it's like, oh, I'm so tough on the team where, you know, the team has animosity and like, there's bad feelings and things like that. Like, we don't want that. We want to be one of those cases where it's like they truly want to play for you and they respect you. Like Dan Quinn, he had everybody wanting to play for him because it was so easy. You know what I'm saying? It was so easy. So it's one of those cases where, you got to instill that healthy fear. What's going on, Michael Walker? Much love to you, Bo. Granddaughter said one. That's right. That's right. Blitz says, I'd rather be seen as an a-hole than a friendly fool. Glad the fool is gone along with the followers. Look, man, I'd rather be a winning jerk. I'd rather be a winning jerk than a losing lovable guy. It makes a difference. It makes a difference, man. Oh man, wait a minute. Is that Ashan? Ashan says, what up, fellow GA family? What's good, my fellow what's good with you, Bo? Hope you doing good today, brother. Y'all make sure that y'all welcome Ashan to the stream. Much love to you. I think this is my first time seeing you in here, family. So definitely, man, definitely. I appreciate you for coming on and chilling out with us. Definitely. Will Amy, I can't wait for the season to start either, man. Definitely. Granddaughter said that Julio Jones wanted that party. Yes, he did. He did. So it's like, you go to Tennessee, and I hope they have a good time. They be in there tossing the glow sticks. But at the end of the day, yeah, they tossing glow sticks around, having a good time in practice, But at the end of the day, you ain't finna win like that. We made it to the Super Bowl, but a lot of people talked about Kyle Shanahan because let's admit it. The elephant's in the room. People said Kyle Shanahan was too intense, but Kyle Shanahan got results, which I know I'm a Kyle Shanahan guy. So, just got to take the clipboard from him in the fourth quarter. When the fourth quarter comes, say, hey, coach, let me get your headset from you. Quarters 1 through 3, you good. You ain't got to worry about Kyle. Kyle gonna get you a good situation. When the fourth quarter comes, say, hey, Kyle, hey, coach, let me get your headset. You. Oh man, Jamar, he asked how about Jacob Tuitt Mariner, man. So I actually tweeted about this earlier. Jacob Tuitt Mariner, whenever they ran 7-on-7s, excuse me, they actually ran 7-on-7s, and he was lined up as an outside linebacker with the starting squad. So I'm definitely eager to see how that goes. And I know I talk about him all the time. He has a great motor. Like, he was flying all around the field, man. Flying all around the field. He looked good. Definitely. John Kaminsky, you know what? He kind of faded out on me. I didn't really get a chance to see him make too many plays, but like I said, whenever there's no contact, you can't really watch those linemen as hard as you want to. But look, I mean, we all know that he has a good motor too. I watched him a lot in kick coverage, and he actually he was flying down the field. A lot of times he was like the second person down there. So kick coverage, punt coverage, he looked really good. But like I said, we really don't know until we see him in the pads. Now, somebody else who signed a lot. Yeah, I did mention Darren Hall. Like, he made a few plays. Not only that play on Kyle Pitts, but he made a few more plays as well. Definitely. Sean says, chilling from here in Texas. Well, I appreciate you for subbing, man. Much love to you, family. Everybody, I'll make sure y'all welcome Sean to the coaching staff. Much love to you, Bo. Much love to you, man. Thank you so much. Antoine Wartime said that we're going to the playoffs. Now, I hope that's the case, Bo. I hope that's the case. Sean said that he thinks that Shanahan was the best OC. Yeah. Best OC in Atlanta Falcons history. After that Super Bowl, if I could have fired Dan Quinn and kept Kyle Shanahan, I would have in a heartbeat. Definitely would have in a heartbeat. Definitely, man. Definitely. Yeah, welcome, Coach Sean. Much love to you. Sean said, oh, you going to get that Hall? Hey, Darren Hall, nephew of Aaron Hall. Shoot do. Ooh, jam for me. Oh man, from the first time. y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all don't know nothing about that. I know Jamar don't know nothing about that. He a young Thundercat. When you get a chance, Jamar, if you still in here, go check out that guy. Let's chill. You know, whenever you get with your little girlfriend, just tell her, look, let's chill. To hit the button. Oh man. Listen, yeah, they're too young to know about that. These young Thundercats, they don't know nothing about that. Definitely, man. Definitely. But I want to know, like, who are y'all excited about when it comes to training camp in the preseason? Like who do y'all think might be the breakout star? I was checking out your boy Mike Davis. He didn't drop any passes. He got a lot of passes out the backfield, and not one pass touched the ground, which was really good. Also, Cordero Patterson, he lined up in the backfield a lot. Y'all know that I don't like that. I don't like somebody that big lining up in the backfield. But I mean, look, I don't get paid millions of dollars to coach. But Javion Hawkins, he did take one to the house earlier. I don't know if they would have been able to tackle him if they were going full speed, but the way that he could pick him up and put him down, because whenever he was running and he hit that sideline, he threw that head back. That boy running like the street lights came on, bro. I said, oh, man, he picked up. One time, Coach Ronnie, one time that boy running so fast, both his feet was off the ground at the same time. He was booging it, boy. He was booging it. And y'all are right, man. Like, there's a lot that you can do with Cordero Patterson in that backfield, but I mean, y'all know how I am. I'm one of those traditional guys. Definitely. Sean said he wanted to focus on that defense. And the offense will always be fun to watch, honestly. Yeah, and that's how I'm feeling too. I'm really wanting to see how Marlon Davidson is going to do. I think he's going to be getting a lot of tough love in this training camp because you can look at him and tell he's one of those guys who needs some tough coaching. You can look at him. I ain't saying that he's a troublemaker, but you can look at him and tell, whenever he's talking about, oh, yeah, football's the only sport where you can just assault a man and not get locked up for it. Like, come on now. You talking like crazy. If you talking like that, you better back it up. Don't be coming doing all that talking that you ain't gonna do nothing now. Oh man. William Amos said Richard Grant and Darren Hall, nephew of Aaron Hall. Let's chill. Yeah. I'm Richard Grant. I didn't really. He kind of faded to the background. I didn't really see him make too many plays. One thing that I was also concerned with him. Excuse me, and maybe it was one of those situations because we weren't playing full contact, but he was a little slow coming down in the run game. They had him playing single high safety a good bit, and they were playing a lot of man coverage. Now, it was one of those cases where whenever they played that man coverage and that single high safety, they did run the ball. It seems like he waited a little bit too long to actually come down. I wanted to see him come down a little bit sooner. Sean said, I miss you. I'm talking to you, baby. I miss you. Oh man, y'all are crazy, man. Y'all are crazy. Yeah, that's right, Will. Yeah, man. Yeah. We got them. We got the pads start popping next week. So that's where I get nervous when it comes to training camp because we definitely don't want to see any early injuries. So coach he runs those guys kind of hard. If they get pretty fatigued and everything during camp, I'm hoping that nobody gets injured. That's my hope. Malin J said Marlon tackled somebody 2 times last year. Well, much love to you, Malin J. Thank you so much for chilling out with us, man. And yeah, I know that he didn't get that much time, man. He, dealt with COVID and everything last year. So, moving forward, I'm hoping that it's one of those cases where he can kind of pick up where he left off and take it to a whole nother level. That's the goal, Bo. That's the goal. Wait a minute. I think we got a Molly Mall hater alert. I ain't even read it yet, but I'm pretty sure it's a Molly Mall hater alert. Molly Mall says, Big Low, say your Falcons at practice look like a high school. What? Wait a minute, Bo. Ain't nobody say that. No, I said the Saints are at practice looking like a high school team. Man, y'all are crazy, man. Y'all are crazy. Definitely, Milan. I appreciate you coming on with us, man. Thank you so much. Definitely. Yeah, it's a Molly Mall hater alert, Coach Ron. Molly Mall hater alert. William Amos says, see who really gonna step up on the defense. And that's what I'm worried about the most, honestly. I was kind of upset, I knew there wasn't gonna be any contact, but it's like all of these offensive linemen that the Falcons drafted, and y'all know I was heated about that during the draft because I really want to focus on the defensive side of the ball more. But like with all these offensive linemen, I just want to see who can do what. You know what I'm saying? It's like non-contact is one of those cases where it's like I can only see so much on when it comes to the line play. So the only thing I can see is that they can move well, and they're where they're supposed to be at, and see their technique, and But I want to see who got that dog in them. I want to see who's part K9. I want to see who, you know what I'm saying? I want to see who likes to chase cats in their free time. That's what I want to see at the end of the day, And Jalen Mayfield, of course, he was on the right side all day because Caleb McGarry, he's out. And I think it's one of those cases with Caleb McGarry. I think the writing might be on the wall like a Destiny Child album. His health and everything. Whenever his contract's up, I'm pretty sure they're going to move on from him. So, y'all, might want to reconsider buying Caleb McGarry jerseys. Y'all might want to reconsider because they're going to be on sale on NFL Shop one day for 60% off. Like the Julio Jones. I think I seen them. I was looking at some shirts the other day on NFL Shop. I think they'll sell the Julio Jones jerseys. I think it was like 75% off. I was like, dang, I might as well get one. Everybody always go wear Julio Jones. Oh, man. CT Hill said, of course he know about a guy. A lot of these young Thundercats, they don't be knowing about a guy like that. A lot of them, they don't really know about that old school. William Amy said, wasting picks. We should have drafted defensive players more next year. Yeah, man, I really want some defensive players. I really wanted some help on that defensive line. Now, I mean, some of these guys that we picked up, like Oak and Deje, and all these other guys, I think they hopefully they could come across and show up and show out. But I really wanted that top-notch talent, that top-notch talent. That's what I really wanted. First, second round. Because, I mean, Kyle Pitts, you can't be upset with getting Kyle Pitts. It's kind of like my homeboy Kevin said today from the Falcoholic. He was like, look, because he wanted Justin Fields, but he was like, look, you get Kyle Pitts, that's asking you to choose between your 2 favorite flavors of ice cream. I was like, you know what? That's true. I mean, you can't really get upset about getting Kyle Pitts. But in that second round, and hopefully Richard Grant could come across and do what he's supposed to do and ball out for us. But I really want some help on that defensive line because once that defensive line, you get pressure on the quarterback, everything else kind of falls into play. But you never know. They might have seen something in Richard Grant that, made them think that they just had to get him, had to make that move. Yeah, man. Yeah. I don't know if Cartier Frame's still in here, but I'm gonna tell you something, Bo. I'm ready for Tom Brady. I'm ready. A lot of people don't realize that Dean Pease has had a lot of success coaching against Tom Brady over the course of his career. You know, I don't know if y'all seen that clip before where Tom Brady walks up to Ed Reed in the tunnel. He says, "Hey, man, y'all always been my kryptonite." Well, guess who was coaching them? Dean Pease. So, yeah, I mean, hopefully, with Dean Pease's experience, it's going to be one of those situations where we can steal a couple of wins from the Bucks this year. That's what I'm hoping. Man, the thing is, Dean Pease, man, you know, Dean Pease like almost 80 years old. I was like, man, y'all sure y'all need to have that man out here in this heat. Like, it's hot out here, bro. Y'all need to have that man out here in the heat like that. Like, at least put him in the shade or something. Yeah, he was out there. I like, give him one of the spray bottles.
How was he getting around?
He was getting around good, you know. I was like, man, it's hot out here, bro. I was like, y'all sure y'all want to do this now. My uncle, you know, he walk around with a spray bottle. I don't like the spray bottles because it seems like the flies be coming to you more. Yeah, I don't like the spray bottles, but yeah, it's hey man, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Greg Dodger said Falcons drafted 5 defensive players, 2 defensive ends, 2 cornerbacks, 1 safety, and Hall is a quarterback free safety guy. Yes. But I'm talking about the top level because you also drafted what? 2 offensive linemen? 2 offensive linemen, Kyle Pitts. I didn't want to get 2 offensive players in the first 3 picks. That's all I'm saying. I didn't want to get 2 offensive players in the first 3 picks. I was cool with Kyle Pitts, but I really wanted, you know, a second round defensive lineman or pass rushing offensive outside linebacker. But you know, I'm still rolling with it. They already got my money. so we good. Falcons already got my money for my season tickets. So we good, man. Antoine says it'll be good to split a game with Tampa Bay. So I mean, I guess that's my question to y'all. Like, do y'all think we can steal the game from Tampa Bay this year? If you think we can steal the game from Tampa Bay, put a 1 in the chat. If y'all think that we're just gonna lose both games, put a 2 in the chat. If y'all think that we could at least get 1 game from Tampa Bay this year with Dean Pease as our defensive coordinator, put a 1 in the chat. If you think that it's one of those cases where we finna get the brakes beat off of us, put a 2 in the chat. Oh man. We were talking about you earlier, Jamar. I don't know if you heard us talking about you, but we were talking about Darren Hall, nephew of Aaron Hall. We'll ask you if you knew about that guy, that Aaron Hall. We figured you did because you one of them young Thundercats. We figured you. Oh man, let me see what everybody's saying here. And Sean, he says 1. He thinks that we could take 1. Coach Roney thinks we could take 1. Jamari and Leo think we could take 1. We, in true fashion, we have a Molly Mall hater alert. Well, I tell you, boy, it's like clockwork. You know it's coming every time. It's like clockwork, Bo. ISO Joe says anything is possible. Oh man. Wait a minute. Jay Murphy took it back. He said, we used to talk and laugh all night, girl. What happened to those days? Did they just fade away?
What happened to those days? Did they all just fade away? I miss
you. Oh man. Well, Ava says we could sweep the Buccaneers. That's what I'm talking about. B-Ball Red, what in the world, Bo? What's going on with you, man? He said 1. He said he think we could get him. And so I said he still got that album. Man, boy. Oh, you took it back then. That old album, the tape. Still got the tape on my pencil. Oh man, Antoine Wartime says 1. Yeah, I think we could take 1. I think we could take 1. Now, did anybody hear the or see the quote from Hayden Hurst? And that's another thing I want to let y'all know too, boy. Hayden Hurst, that boy, like he was jacked. That joker was huge. And the thing is that he actually lost 15 pounds so he could get around the field better. But I remember, you know how people so big, they can't put their arms to their side? So, like, he was standing there after practice. He was talking to his mama. He was just standing there like this right here. He was standing there talking. He heard his mama like this. He was just standing there like this. I can almost guarantee you, if somebody would have came and pushed his arm down like this, they just would have popped back up. That's how big he was. That joker was swole, boy. I was like, because you know, everybody else, they still had their shirts on. Not Hayden Hurst. Hayden Hurst took his shirt off. He came up to the sideline, like, hey, everybody. Oh, man. Answer, I said, Tebow is Jack. Have you seen him? Man, I'm pretty sure Coach Roney done seen him. I don't know if you know, Answer, Coach Roney in the comments, that's my wife. And she has this huge crush on Tim Tebow. Ever since Florida. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Coach Ron is Tim Tebow huge now.
I haven't seen it, but I just typed it in the chat. I'm Googling it.
Okay, so she's Googling it now. Thanks, Aunt Sean. Thank you. Well, yeah, man. Hayden Hurst, he's huge. Nathan said he couldn't put his hands down. Is that a good thing? Hey, man, I don't know. But you can tell he's been doing a whole bunch of bench pressing and push-ups, you know, during the off season, because he's sitting there like this right here. I'm like, boy, this boy like he ready to pick something up. He been throwing some bales of hair around or something. Oh man, Coach Dre Murphy said, "You already know I wasn't upset about my boy, my dog, Kyle freaking Pitts." We know that you're getting naked for Kyle Pitts, bro. We know you're getting naked for Kyle Pitts, Coach. Definitely, man, definitely. But so Hayden Hurst, he came out and said earlier this week, or was it yesterday? I'm not sure. But he came out and said a lot of people are looking at this like it's me versus Kyle Pitts. But it's actually me and Kyle Pitts. I was like, wow. Man, that's a very enlightening statement, Bo. That's a very enlightening way to put that. Oh, and I forgot to let y'all know, make sure if you're excited about football season coming back, if you think that the Falcons have a chance to beat the Buccaneers in at least one game this season, make sure that you hit that like button. Also, if this is your first time chilling out with us, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. You hit that subscribe button and like button for me, I promise you, I come and do the electric slide at your wedding one day. Oh man, but I really like that quote from Hayden Hurst, because he basically what he was saying is that, look, we're going to be working together. Hayden Hurst and Kyle Pitts are going to be working together, so they're going to be able to eat off of each other. You got a quarterback like Matt Ryan, who done, you know, it's like an old Jeezy song. He done seen it all. He done seen it all in the NFL. So it's one of those cases where he's going to make the right decision. So, I mean, with that being said, I mean, let's acknowledge the fact that if Kyle Pitts and Hayden Hurst are working together, both of them first round tight end talents, it's one of those cases, man, where they're definitely going to make some plays together, not make plays against each other, you know, to vie for playing time, but they're going to be making plays together. Because in the practice today, especially the 11-on-11s, Kyle Pitts was getting a lot of targets. Hayden Hurst was getting a lot of targets. Like, they were both eating. They were both eating, to be completely honest with you. And I do want to let y'all know, though, and maybe because he was just so swole, You stop eating them, boy. Oh man. Jay Murphy said, hold on. Wait a minute.
I don't like this new Tebow.
Oh, you don't like the new Tebow?
Oh, he's too big.
He too big. Coach Ronald said Tim Tebow too big, y'all. She said she don't like it. Pineapple, she don't like it. Demar said Jay Murphy. She also had a crush on Ray. Yeah, Coach Ronald did. Coach Ronald, look, I want to shout us up.
Like 2007.
I don't care. Look, so look, y'all. Coach Ronald used to have a crush on Ray John Rondo. Why I don't know, like. So I automatically think, so you like Ray John Rondo? I don't look nothing like Ray John Rondo.
You also don't look nothing like Tim Tebow.
That's why I'm so confused. I'm like, what in the world? She told me that I was like Ray John Rondo. At first, I thought I was wrong or something. I was like, who? She said Ray John Rondo. I was like, because you know, this when we first met, I was like, you know who Ray John Rondo is, right? He played with the Celtics. Oh man, y'all are crazy, man. Y'all are crazy. Definitely, man. Definitely. What's going on, Coach Tony? Right? Hope you're doing good today, fam. Hope you're doing good today. What in the world, Bo? What in the world, Bo? Definitely. Man, boy, 2 tight end sets. Can't beat that. You can't beat that. Nathan says Marlon Mall will start Michael Thomas in his fantasy league. Week 1. Oh man.
Why is everybody talking about Rondo?
I don't know why.
What's wrong with Rondo?
I just never heard nobody say they got a crush on Ray John Rondo. I never heard nobody say Ray John Rondo was cute. That was like the same time we started dating. So I was like,
it was before we started dating.
I like Ray John Rondo cute. Okay.
Oh my God.
Motivated and dedicated. What in the world, Bo? Mariota in the building. Cobb County, what's good with you, fam?
Malin J said that his friend Benita says, hey.
Okay, I appreciate that. Wait a minute. Alan J says, my friend Benita says, hey, right? Well, much love to you, Miss Benita. Hope you're doing good today. Definitely. Rise up. Definitely.
Oh my God.
Tony Rice says, don't feel rain no low. My wife has a crush on Patrick Mahomes. You know what? I done heard girls say that Patrick Mahomes is cute.
He's unattractive.
That's your opinion, though. We can't trust your opinion.
It's you. What you said about your
that's what I'm saying. Coach Rod is like, oh, he's unattractive. I like, wait a minute, hold on. You can't trust your opinion. You think he's unattractive? Well,
oh my God.
You think Ray John Rondo was attractive? So.
All right. I'll have to defend my taste, y'all.
Yes, man. Yes, motivated, dedicated. Yes. So hopefully Dean Pease can fix this defense. And look, they're working on more situation specific drills today. It was one of those cases where it was more of, and this is exactly what they said in their press conference when they first came on. It was more of 11 on 11. So it was our guys up against your guys. We're going to show different looks and see how the team reacts to it. And we're going to take our egos out of the situation. And that's definitely what they did. You know, all of the one-on-ones and the 7-on-7s, yeah, they did them, but it was short-lived. Like I said, back in the day, they would do one-on-ones and just drills throughout the whole practice. And then at the end of the day, for the finale or whatever, next thing you know, okay, they're doing the 11 on 11 at the end of the practice. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's how it was under Dan Quinn. But under Arthur Smith, it's like the intensity is high throughout the whole practice. It's not we ain't in here partying. You know what I'm saying? I remember one time we came to the training camp. We came to Friday Night Lights. We were walking in. You remember that, Coach Ronnie? We were walking in, and like they were playing Men in Black. I was like, what in the world going on? Let me see, just walk with me, just walk with. I don't know if I should start dancing or getting ready for football. Let me see you just slide with me, just slide. I'm like, what's going on? And it was blaring. I'm like, how do coaches coach the players in this situation? You can't do it. You can't do it. So with that being said, it's like the music wasn't the star of the show today. You could hear everybody just talking about football. It wasn't a situation where, people were having side conversations and talking about how they were going to play on Madden and play 2K later on tonight. They were talking about football. Another thing that I wanted to acknowledge was Felipe Franks. He was right beside Matt Ryan the whole practice. Anything Matt Ryan did, or anytime they had a chance to stand beside each other, or anytime they just had a free moment, Felipe Franks was in Matt Ryan's ear, asking him questions. Like, okay, yeah, you seen them like they were talking, you were like, I'm like, okay, all right, that's good. That's what we want to see. We don't want to see the young guy just comes in and just watch. Like, you ask questions and you find out, something from the old guy, something from the old guy. Young Thundercats, that's what you do. You learn something from the old guys. Learn something from the gray hairs. Now, I know that we were talking about Tampa Bay, and we were talking Ty Mullis did Felipe. Yes, Felipe Franks, he was out there. And like I said at the beginning of the stream, he at the beginning of the practice, he completed some really good passes. And his balls his passes have a lot of zing to them. Like he throws the ball with great velocity. We ain't get a chance to see any deep passes, but with that being said, it's one of those cases where at the beginning of the practice, he had good accuracy and good timing, and it kind of fell off a little bit. It kind of fell off a little bit. So, I mean, with that being said, it's one of those situations where I'm pretty sure that's something that he needs to work on a little bit. Another thing that we didn't see is in the Dan Quinn days, you see on those one-on-ones that they'll throw 9 routes over and over and over again, trying to get like the huge reaction from the crowd. I didn't see one deep pass. I didn't see a pass over 20 yards all day long. I did not see a pass over 20 yards. So with that being said, it's one of those cases where they were just working on the fundamentals, and everything else is going to come later. Now, since we do have Molly Mall in here, and we've been getting these Molly Mall hater alerts, and I want y'all to make sure that y'all leave your heart out of the situation. Do y'all think we could sweep the Saints? If y'all think we could sweep the Saints, put a 1 in the chat. If y'all feel like they might steal 1 from us, put a 2 in the chat. I just want to see what y'all thinking. Y'all leave your heart out of the situation. Answer the question, to the best of your ability. Well, if y'all think we could sweep the Saints, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like that's not the case, put a 2 in the chat. I just want to know what y'all thinking. Ty Mullis and Coach Roney, they said 1. Oh, man. Jay Murphy said, Coach Lowe, you got to do something about Coach Roney liking all these other men. You got to put your foot down and put a stop to this disrespect. I got to do something, Coach. You see how she just disrespected me in front of the coaching staff? What in the world? Now I got people suggesting other men to her. Buddy Hield. Like, what in the world? Where Buddy Hield come from? Like, oh man, you know what? Coach Ronald, you might like Kyle Kuzma. Like, what? What's going on? Oh man. Definitely. Let's see. Anshon says 1 in my Stone Cold voice. Nathan says 1. Leo says 2. only because of Sean Payton. And you know what? You might be right. You might be right. Only because of Sean Payton. Only because of Sean Payton. Definitely. Let's see here. Granddaughter, he asked what the weather was like. Ooh, boy. It was hot, man. It was hot. As a matter of fact, it was one of those cases where, like I said, I was worried about Dean Pease walking around out there. Dean Pease, I was like, man, y'all make sure y'all watch Coach now. Y'all know that man almost 80 years old. He don't need to be out here in the heat like that. But make sure that I stay well hydrated. Coach Rona, she let me take her Yeti out there, and so I had cold water all throughout. I didn't want to sit in the shade. I wanted to sit down by the field. So, that was what I was willing to dance with at that time. Oh man, y'all are crazy, man. Y'all are crazy. Let me see here. Antoine Wartime says, you're not going to be the same. All the juice is gone. Falcons got the juice. That's right. The Falcons got the juice now. The Falcons got the juice now. Saints, they won the division a few times, and that's cool and everything. But moving forward, Falcons got something to say. The real South got something to say. Oh, man. What's going on, Young Middle Faith, Molly Mall? Young Middle Faith Jamal, what's going on, man? Hope you're doing good today, fam. Hope you're doing good today. Definitely. Y'all make sure that y'all hit that like button. If y'all think it's one of those cases where y'all excited about football season coming back. If you're excited about football season coming back, make sure that you hit that like button. If you think that we're going to have a chance to beat the Saints, at least one game next season, make sure that you hit that like button. Definitely. Also, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. This is your first time chilling out with us. Definitely. Now, Frantic Day said the Falcoholic shout. Oh, okay. Well, much love. Like I said, my homeboy Kevin. Much love to my homeboy Kevin from the Falcoholic. He good people. We actually chilled out at training camp today, man. So much love to those guys, man. They real good folks, man. Kevin from the Falcoholic. Definitely. Gary Stafford, he says that my biggest worry is the O-line. Hopefully, we will know something Tuesday when they put the pads on. And you're right, man. That's what I'm worried about too. And I'm excited. I was disappointed because I didn't get a chance to see them today in the pads, but I know that it's a progression in how you go about everything. Now, the practice next Saturday, because I'm actually going to be at the Benz. If anybody else is going to the scrimmage on Saturday, y'all make sure that y'all let me know. I'll be more than happy to link up with you. Y'all can chop it up with old coach, old country boy in person. But look, it's one of those cases, man, where I'm eager to see how they're going to do this practice on Saturday. I want to see if we can see some pads and see how these guys actually perform. I want to see if we could do some in-game scenarios, because that's how you're going to get better. Maybe they're going to do it in closed practices, but I'm eager to see how that works, man. Definitely eager to see how that works. Isaac Crime says that we won't lose a division game. Whoa, man. Okay, Bo. I like the way you think, man. You know what? I need to bring you with me whenever I go play the lottery. You optimistic. I need to bring you to the casino with me. I'm definitely hoping that that's the case, fam. Look, that's the beauty of football. That's the beauty of the NFL, because every season everybody starts 0-0, and you never know who's going to be the team that kind of comes out the woodwork and kind of takes things to a whole nother level, man. Whole nother level. Definitely. And I hope that you're right, Isaac. Nathan said Jameis is a part-time colorblind. That's why he threw 30 for 30. Well, look, man, if Jameis can get it right, it's gonna be scary. It's gonna be scary. I'm just keeping it a buck with you. If Jameis can clean up his act with Sean Payton as the coach, and don't forget you still got Alvin Kamara over there. It's going to be tough. You're going to have a tough road to hoe because at the end of the day, Sean Payton, he's used to not having no defense. I mean, let's be honest, guys. Most of his career in New Orleans, like they haven't had like a top-notch defense. So, but they had Drew Brees, and they've been able to put points on the board. That's why, like over the years, it's like they'd be like, "Oh, what's going to happen with the Saints and Falcons game?" You hear people say all the time, "It's going to be a shootout." You hear it all the time, man. People say all the time, "Man, it's going to be a shootout." Hopefully, we could get the ball last. But Molly Miles said that they got a defense now, though. They got a defense now, so we gonna see how it works, man. We're gonna see how it works. I know Ayumata. I know that he's suspended for what, 6 games. They normally let those suspensions halfway through. But look, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. Definitely. Grandizer says that you got to protect your quarterback. So they got 2 O-line guys in the draft. Yeah. And they picked up Andrews. I really felt like we should have got another defensive player, somebody on that defensive line. Definitely. Grandizer, he asked, what's my starting O-line from left to right? From left to right, as of right now, it's looking like it's going to be Jake Matthews at left tackle. It looks like it's going to be Andrews at guard, left guard. Matt Hennessy at center. Chris Lindstrom at right guard, and Caleb McGarry at right tackle. Now, the thing is that with Andrews, whenever he gets to the next level, he's a street sweeper. Like, he cleans everything out for you. But at one-on-one, when guys are right here in front of him, it's a little tough. But, that's why it's a good thing that he's in the zone run blocking scheme. The question is he going to be able to move the way that he should be able to move and get up the field and clear out that second level. But if not him, at that left guard, I would say Jalen Mayfield would be the guy. Also, if not Hennessy at the center position, I would say Dahlman. So we got some pieces that we can move around, which is a good thing. I just don't want to be one of those cases where going into the season, we change that offensive line, throughout the course of the season, because it's hard to develop continuity like that. Definitely. Tony Wright says, free agent Justin Houston signed with the Baltimore Ravens yesterday. Man. I really wanted Justin Houston, but I'm thinking that it might just be one of those cases where the Falcons just feel confident in their guys, man. And, they want to, go a different route. Justin Houston looks like he might play his whole career in the AFC. I was hoping that we could get him in the NFC and bring him back to Georgia. UGA boy, represent the 9-1 Deuce, Statesboro, Georgia. But unfortunately, it couldn't happen. Also, I forgot to ask y'all, make sure that you put your area codes in here. I want to know where we're getting all the love from today, man. Make sure that you put your area codes in the chat. Want to make sure that we shout you out, fam. Make sure that we shout you out. Young Men of Faith Jamal says the past few years they had a top 10 defense. The years they had a bad defense, they went 7-9, but Breeze not there anymore. Jameis got to build more chemistry with the wide receivers, and Taysom. He not a Taysom. I don't think Taysom is a viable option for quarterback long term. I think he's a good guy that'll come in and do what he needs to do, for a couple of games. He's a good backup, good change of pace quarterback, but just come in and just ball for 10 games, I don't see Taysom doing that. You're gonna figure him out after a while. Isaac Crimes representing the 229 down in South Georgia. Antoine from the 706, now in the 432. You already know Jamar representing that 9-1 Deuce. He one of them 9-1-2 boys. Definitely. Young Men of Faith Jamal from the Seaport, 9-1 Deuce. Gary Stafford from the 423. Definitely. Oh, man. Coach Chota said that they got some raggedy football players. Oh, he said that secondary is trash. We're gonna see. We're gonna see, man. We're gonna see. I mean, they really relying on Gardner Johnson, and we'll see what Lattimore can do if he ain't too busy taking people's clothes off. Oh man, Leo represented that 903. Definitely. Much love to you, Leo. Much love to you. Definitely, yeah, young men of faith. Yeah, he from Savannah. Yeah, man. Definitely. But yeah, I'm excited. I just want to let y'all know my outlook after going to training camp today. So basically, after going today, my outlook is more positive than it was before I went. Because you gotta think about it. Over the last few years, like we've been hoodwinked. To be completely honest with you, Bo, we've been hoodwinked. Dan Quinn keeps telling us what we're gonna do, and we never do it. So it's like whatever Arthur Smith, and the thing is, the beauty about Arthur Smith, he never came in and said, "Okay, guys, look, I'm finna hold these guys accountable. We finna bring a different culture as far as discipline into this team." Like he never said that. He just said, "Look, this is something that we just have to get better at. This team has to get better all the way around." And we just assumed that he was going to bring discipline to this team. And after I went out there and I seen it myself, I can attest that, look, that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. Because it's one of those cases where, he has guys running. I'm actually hearing yelling on the field. It feels like actual football practice because somebody's yelling at somebody. I never went to a practice where everybody gets along so well. The practices under Dan Quinn, like everything was always kumbaya with Dan Quinn, like, and it showed on Sundays. It showed whenever we didn't jump on onside kicks. It showed whenever we allowed 75 yards in 17 seconds. Like it continuously showed. That being said, like you need your discipline at the end of games, and I'm hoping that this is going to change the way that games end. To be completely honest with you, definitely. The real Terrence said, "What it do, country? I believe we have is a different team that all we was looking for. I heard that the defense ain't no joke, and Hawkins running over the defense for a touchdown. Yeah, Hawkins he did run for a touchdown today. He definitely did. The defense was swarming. It was look like I said. I remember whenever in 2016. I looked at Coach Roney after we went to a preseason game, the first preseason game of the year at home against the Washington football team now. And I said, Coach Roney, this defense is swarming. Like this defense is all over the place. And, moving forward, it was one of those situations where defense played good enough to get us to the Super Bowl. Now, am I ready to say yet that the defense is swarming? I can't say that because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if the defense is on another level yet because they didn't have no pads on. I don't know what type of tackling mentality they have. I know that, since they were just they weren't thumping, they were just putting two hands on the ball carrier. Everybody was running to the ball. I do know that. Oh yeah, I agree with you, Anshan. The 2012 defense was a lot better. I mean, but that 2016 defense, it was just good. It was good enough to get us to the Super Bowl, but we just didn't have the discipline once we got there. Because think about it, if Dan Quinn would have made those guys run at training camp or run at practice whenever they made mistakes, we would have won that Super Bowl. That team should have dominated that whole season. The Atlanta Falcons were the best team on the field in the league in 2016. They just didn't have the best coach, and it showed. Simple and plain, Bo. Cut and dry, simple and plain. You know? What's going on, Chuck? Chuck said the Matt Ryan arm looks like it's slowing down. You know, to be completely honest with you, I really didn't see that much of a difference. Like I said, they weren't really going full speed. Like they did some one-on-ones and things like that. But I know that there were some passes that he threw that I was like, man, that pass kind of took a while to get there. But maybe I was just comparing it to Felipe Franks passes, because Felipe Franks passes, boy, they had some zip on them. They were getting there quick. But I remember thinking with a couple of passes, I was like, man, that pass took a while to get there. But I don't know if it was one of those cases where Matt Ryan like wasn't throwing the ball like he normally would throw it, because, you know, they weren't going full speed. Because there were some times where he didn't even throw the ball at all. Like he would just go through the motions, like, you know, showing who he would have thrown the ball to. So I don't know if there's something going on with him or something going on with his arm, but there were some times where I seen him throw it. I was like, man, that ball hung in the air for a little bit before it got to where it needed to get to. But like those were like on swing passes. But whenever he threw the ball, like whenever he actually threw the ball up the field, you know, it got to where it needed to get to. You know what I'm saying? Like it legitimately got to where it needed to get to. So, I mean, I can't even say that it's one of those cases where I can't even say it's one of those cases where they couldn't, you know, it showed that his arm, that he's having issues with his arm. Because like I said earlier in this stream, like we seen whenever Peyton Manning, whenever he hit that wall, we seen whenever Drew Brees hit that wall, like it happens like that. Like quarterbacks go downhill quick. As a matter of fact, they don't even really go downhill. They fall off a cliff. Like they wake up one morning and they be like, man, my arm, it don't feel the same. And you know, that's why I tried to keep an eye on Matt Ryan. But like I said, he really wasn't throwing the ball like that, because he wasn't treating it like it was live situation. Like you could tell. Grand Dodger said offense is ahead of the defense this year. We'll see. I don't know. Like I said, all I know right now in regards to the defense is that I know that the defense is willing to run. You know, and that definitely makes a difference. That definitely makes a difference. Because you just want heads to the ball. You want everybody to be. As a defensive coordinator, I used to preach two things to my team. Like, number one, you got to be willing to run to the ball no matter where you're at, because you never know what's going to happen. You don't know if somebody's going to cut back. You don't know if somebody's going to fumble. You know, you don't know what's going to happen. Number two, be where you need to be at, because like there's that point, there's that catch and run moment, or there's that make a play moment after you, before you need to run to the ball. Just be where you need to be at first. If you get to your point on the field, if you get to your lane, you know, if you get to your alleyway, if you get to your zone, or if you're just covering your man, you're good. But after that, like, haul tail to the ball. See ball, get ball, Bo. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Or the real Terrence says that Matt Ryan needs to be a little faster. I mean, that's hard to say to an older quarterback, Bo. I mean, maybe it'll happen, but that's hard to say to an older quarterback. Hopefully, what he'll do is he'll go ahead and coach Matt Ryan up to the best of his ability. And when I say to the best of his ability, to the best of Matt Ryan's ability and the best of Arthur Smith's ability. But in the meantime, it's one of those cases where you can't ask of something that someone can't do. Matt Ryan can't run fast, so you can't ask him to run fast, Bo. Oh man, my homeboy Joseph Thornton, he in here chilling out with us. He says, on a scale of 1 to 10, how satisfied are you, Bo? On a scale of 1 to 10, I say I'm at a 7. I say I'm at a 7, Coach, because like I said, I still haven't seen what this defense is capable of. I still ain't seen what the offensive line is capable of. So as of right now, I'm at about a 7. The biggest thing that I took away from this regime and from this coaching staff is it actually didn't happen on the field. Like I said, I don't know if you heard me, but whenever I got there, the whole team ran laps. The whole team. Oh, I'm sorry, the whole offense. The whole offense ran laps. So it was one of those cases where Matt Ryan, Felipe Franks, everybody was running laps on the offense because it was a false start. And that's what you want to see. That's what you want to see. You know. So excuse me. So as of right now, I would say about a 7. I might come to this practice tomorrow, but it's one of those cases where like if there's no contact, I really can't analyze nothing. So in the meantime, I would say about a 7. That's a good question. Appreciate that, fam. Appreciate that. Tony Wright says, "No, Molly Mall, you're fooling your eyes. There will be more division titles. There will be more playoff appearances, especially with that garbage secondary." Oh man, y'all are crazy, man. Yeah, Coach Smith. Yeah, I'm sure he'll adjust to Matt Ryan's abilities the same way he adjusted to Ryan Tannehill's abilities. I mean, think about this, guys. It's like with Arthur Smith's system, it's not one of those cases where ability will keep you from being able to accomplish anything. Because if we look at Marcus Mariota, he was a beast. To be completely honest with you, physically, he had the arm, he had the speed. It was just mentally where Marcus Mariota continuously fell short. Like he didn't know the reads. It was hard for him to call out protections, and he just didn't have the nerve to play quarterback consistently in the NFL. Like there'll be some plays that he'll make you say, "Wow, man, that was a really, really good play." But like people learn that you can't consistently win with Marcus Mariota as your starting quarterback week 1. Then you got Ryan Tannehill, who's been in the NFL for a while, and we know that he has the arm, and we know that he got a little bit of sense to him. Like we know that he's smart, but I mean, with that being said, it's like he didn't have the most talented team down there in Miami. So you got him with Arthur Smith, a talented coach, took him to a whole nother level, bro. So I mean, we're going to see how Tennessee is going to do this year with their new offensive coordinator, and they got an extra weapon, a really good extra weapon in Julio Jones. But at the end of the day, we just gonna have to see how it unfolds, man. We have to see how it unfolds. Definitely. Well, look, man, I need y'all to do a country boy favor. I need y'all to hit that like button for me. Whenever you get a chance, hit that like button. If you hit that like button for me, I promise you, I come do the bank head bounce situated one day. If you're excited about football season coming, if you're excited about the Atlanta Falcons, if you're excited about the Falcons having a prospect of going to the playoffs, make sure that you hit that like button. Also, if this is your first time chilling out with us, hit that subscribe button. If you hit that subscribe button, I promise you, I come a dance situated one day. Well, look, man, I ain't finna hold y'all up on your Saturday afternoon. Thank y'all so much for chilling out with us, and much love to y'all. Y'all, in the meantime, y'all don't do nothing that I would do. But look, just like this Falcons defense, let's hunt, man. Let's hunt. So look, y'all take care, and we'll be back soon. Thank y'all so much for chilling out with us, man. Be easy.